welcome to our very first podcast on the Best Case Podcast. Here featuring your host, CreeperReeper, the guy from CreeperReeper. Yes, this is me. And our other host over to the left here, or to the right, or depends what you're looking at, is
Thanks, Malcolm here, everyone. Hello.
yes. I'm gonna edit that out. All right. So for our first podcast, at first it's supposed to be like some joke because some other guys named the Worst Case Podcast, wink wink hint hint, made pretty bad podcasts. So we figured we might as well counter that. So for this podcast, we're going to talk about the newest cars and our opinions and thoughts on them. Don't take this seriously. It's just our thoughts. So anyway, starting with the Koenigsegg Gemera. I think this car is kind of weird in this sense. It's a two-door, four-seater sedan. I don't really I like it. It's just like I don't see me really loving it, and the design's kind of weird. What are your thoughts on it?
Personally, I think it looks like a Toyota Supra. So, from some angles, it looks like a 2020 Supra, but performance is there. Looks, they could have worked on it. Koenigsegg could have worked on it. That's just my opinion. Next, we got the Jeep Grand Wagonieer, aka a 1920s sedan with wood siding. I think it's stupid. The front end. Oh my god, the front end. Oh boy, the front end is pretty much like the worst part because it's not even like good looking. Like there's no grill.
I don't mind it in a sense. It's just the side, the paneling at the A pillar, like the pillar on the side, they're not colored like black for the like flesh. Like okay, so like the Range Rover Sport, like the roof is kind of looks like it's floating because like the A pillars, like the pillars are like on the side are like black, so like it matches with the windows, so you don't really see it. With the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, it's like really obvious. It kind of looks. I drive it. It's just is it worth $100,000? For $100,000, you can get like a Range Rover, get a Porsche Cayenne, get a Mercedes GLE or something. For that type of money, coming from a Jeep, I don't know about that. Next off, we have here is the Range Rover Defender. For me, Defender versus Bronco, I go Bronco because Defender or Range Rover, it's nice, it's sleek, you can take it off road, it's pretty nice, it's rugged, it's cool, but then the liability is an issue and the price is also an issue. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you think?
The one thing I can say, it looks like a minivan. It like 100% looks like a minivan, and I really can't see anyone driving it. And like how you said you would take the Bronco over the Defender, I would take it the other way because I think between the two, the Bronco looks the worst. Because you can make it a Jeep, a Jeep Wrangler. You could just take the doors off, be like, okay, those are off, throw them in the trash now.
What I did hear about the Bronco is that it's really easy to take the doors off. It's like one little snatch and it's off. Now moving on to our Bronco side of things, this is where I like it because it's mean looking. The wheel arches and the wheels are like rugged they are, and it's just cool. There's a sport model, but it's like lower end. It's kind of wonky. It's more for like family, so I just go with the standard two-door Bronco, which is like 28,000 compared to your 60,000 Defender. That's before options too.
Yeah. Like I just don't like the looks. The front end reminds me of a Mini Cooper. But like the way the headlights are,
the big circle headlights.
Yeah. And it's like I can't remember what car it is, but it has like the same sort of front end, like where it's two headlights and has the name in the middle. I can't think of the name of it. It's like that, and then like the emblem. They basically just like took it from the Mustang, basically, because like Mustang, as we all know, the famous Mustang is a prancing horse, But the Broncos logo is a horse pounding its front feet on the ground. No.
All right. Mixed feelings. Moving on to a Supra. This is where I like the Supra because it doesn't represent the old Supra, and not in any way really. It's more BMW. I don't see any Supra in it, but it's a little $40,000 sports car. It's reliable. We can argue that because it's BMW parts, BMW everywhere, BMW Z4 everywhere. But as like for a Japanese little sports car, it's cool. I mean, I drive it. Get a used one for like 40 grand in the next few years. I'd see me driving that definitely.
Yeah, I can tell you that too. Like the Supra is really nice. I can tell you that because I sat in one. The seats were really comfy. The interior is really nice. The steering wheel felt really great BMW quality. The shift knob, man, you can tell it's BMW by the shape of the shift knob.
Everything is BMW.
Yeah, but it's not like a bad looking car, by any means. Like it's really good
Yeah,
looking. It's just that they need to stop. That BMW needs to stop supplying them with their supplies. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
now moving on to the Maserati MC12. I'm said 10. I really like this because it looks like it reminds me a little bit of the McLaren F1 GTR. It reminds me a little bit of that.
They didn't overstyle it. They kept it simple but kept it nice looking. I like that.
Like they try to keep it simple, but then they also put the giant shopping cart wing in the back.
Yeah. Maserati makes some really good cars. I mean, if we're ignoring the reliability and the quality, the engines sound are amazing. The Gran Turismo sounds amazing, I think. So,
Yeah.
Jaguar F-Type. I like this car. Its downsides, liability, obviously. Value, resale. It's a Jaguar resale. For what you're getting, it's an amazing car. Sounds great. Get a convertible. Listen to that engine pop. It's gonna drop in value like a stone. I don't see anyone buying this new unless you're rich and don't care at all for life. So I mean, that's my thoughts.
And personally, if I just add really something about that, like I don't see anyone buying it unless they want to really, really irritate the neighbors.
Yeah.
And like, I was watching an episode of this car show, and the one guy was reviewing a F-Type actually, and he said that there's this button to make the exhaust quieter. It doesn't make it any quieter. It's still loud. You just can't hear the engine as much. Like for example, it's like when you have your guitar amp on the master on halfway, and then you have your guitar volume all the way at 10. You roll it down to like 5, 4, maybe 3, very rarely 3, and you play. It's still loud. You can't hear the guitar as much. It's the same thing with that. Like it's just as loud. You just can't hear as much as the flammy Jaguar noises.
Yeah. Porsche Taycan. I mean electric Porsche Panamera, because that's what this car is. It's just
the Porsche Model S.
Porsche Model S. It's nice. I sat in one. It's nice. It's the inside's a bit bland, I think. I mean, the one I sat in was gray interior, no buttons. It's a steering wheel. I mean, it's nice. It's a Porsche. Hey, Porsche. It's just the quality. I don't really like it, to be honest. I'd rather have a Panamera. I mean, Panamera's like 100 and some thousand. For 100,000 for a sedan, get a 911. I don't care what you say. Oh, I need 100 grand for a sedan. Just get a 911, or just get anything other than a Porsche. Then again, if you want a sedan or a crazy sedan, get a Porsche. I mean, it really depends on what you like.
Yeah, I'm not a big Taycan person, only because like I don't like electric cars. Like I want to hear I want to be able to hear.
Exactly. I want to hear it. Can I hear it?
Like I'm sorry, I can't hear that. It's just the styling. Meh, they could have worked on it. I like the 4-door, the 4-door 4-seat option. I like that a lot.
And the rear tail light's pretty nice too. Acura TLX Type S. This is the car I drive. The new TLX, probably Acura's best car besides the NSX. Talking about the old one, not really the new one. The Type S, it's a performance sedan. It's Acura. Acura has a racing heritage. My dad owns an Acura TLX, a 2019. To call that A-Spec. Got 250 horsepower. Got Sport and Sport Plus and stuff. It's pretty fun car. It's Acura. It's gonna last long. I mean, it's basically Honda. And so yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I can kind of relate that because like the Acuras were really, really good. Like Honda's the same thing as Acura. So if you see two NSXs and they have different badges, they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same because Acura became that thing because Americans want Hondas.
Yeah.
And Honda couldn't bring it from Japan to the U.S. So they created Acura, which is the American version of Honda.
Yeah. 2021 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This is a nice car. Is it electric or is this gasoline, right?
It's gas. It's gas.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the Mach E, which is one heck of a car, I'd say. For Mach 1, I haven't really looked this car up. I mean, I'm going to do it right now. But for what the pictures I've seen, it's pretty nice. It's a Mustang, and it's probably one of the best, my favorite looking Mustangs ever, really. Or for the newer Mustangs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the shape. It got a little front splitter I can see here. So yeah, that's what I think of it.
Yeah, like Mustangs are kind of attached to me because like I didn't grow up with them. I just kind of when I was like 10 years old, I absolutely hated them. I don't know why, for no reason. I'm like, I hate Mustangs. I'll never have one. You know? I don't want one. They're ugly. And then as I started getting older, and I realized that one of my family members had one, and I never knew. And then when I found out, I started to kind of like them more. The Mach 1 they only made for like 5 years. 2021 is the 5th year. They made it in 1971, 1972, 1973.
Mm-hmm.
The next one wasn't until 1997. And then the 2021 is the most previous one, and it's really, really good looking, I think. Next, we got the 2020 Chevy Corvette C8. Or no, sorry, we got the Chevy 458. So, what do you think of them, Creeper?
I think I love the C8. I mean, I've never been a Corvette fan because obviously the memes and stuff are like, oh, Corvette, it's the midlife crisis mobile. When you turn 40, that's your dream car. But I like the fact that it's rear engine at performance of like a Ferrari or something, and it looks actually kind of nice. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was like, no, Corvette. I mean, look at the sharp edges. It's trying to be a Camaro. But after I kind of listened to the end, let's watch videos and like seeing it in real life, it's a really nice car, and it's Chevy. I mean, Chevy isn't like that reliable, but still, it's got its quirks.
I mean, but Chevy do make really good cars, like the Z01 Camaro.
Yeah.
With the 1LE package, I think it's fantastic. And then the sound of the ZR1 Corvette, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think of the C8 as Chevy's version of Ferrari, kind of, because it's mid-engine. And I saw one and realized it was really, really nice. As soon, it was a car show. As soon as the Corvette pulled in, I swear, people from like miles around, they're just like, oh my gosh, the new Corvette, we gotta go see it.
What color was it in? What color was it in?
What color was the Corvette?
Yeah. What color was
red.
Saying I saw this nice bright red turn into a subdivision. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
McLaren 765 LT or 720S as you would call it. It's basically 720S but on steroids. I mean, come on, you can't get any better than that, I guess. I mean, it's a cool car. I like this. I always like shapes and curves and sharp edges and carbon fiber everywhere. So this is a car I would drive. The price, I don't know about that, 200, 300 grand, but still, I mean, it's a McLaren. They're not too good of reliability because I heard people will take delivery of those Sennas and the engines just catch on fire, and it's just unfortunate.
I think it's like 285K for a 765.
Something like that.
I think. Yeah. I think it's really nice because it's like. So, if for those of you who don't know, the LT means long tail. It's, I think, what is it, like 1.3 inches longer? The standard 720, I think. But the funny thing is that if you're in a car crash and you can still be able to drive it, and the back end is smashed, you can say, "Hey, look, I got a 765 ST," and they're like, well, "Why ST?" I'm like, "Because it's a short tail, because it's smashed in, you know." It's the 720, but the LTs, they make a limited version, so they make 500 of the standard ones, 500 of like the Spider ones, and the 500 special edition ones. Like, they only make like 1,500 of them, like all around, all of the LT cars. So 600 LT, what was the other one? 675 LT.
600 LT?
No, 600 LT, 675 LT, and 765 LT. They only made 1,500 of all of them all around, and I think it's a really nice car. Yeah. Nissan 400Z.
Don't you mean
with the Nissan Vantage?
Yeah, don't you mean Aston Martin Vantage? When I first saw the pictures, I immediately thought, hold on, is this an Aston Martin? They still design. It's nice. I mean, I wonder how good it's going to sound. I saw a Nissan trailer today. I couldn't hear the sound because they had some music blasting in the background, but still. I mean, how much is it actually going to be priced? Shouldn't be too expensive. And in fact, they actually gave you a manual in it too. So it's like a what would
They
you
gave the
call it?
manuals instead of those stupid automated things.
I mean,
But you like
yeah,
the automated ones, don't you, Creeper?
yeah, I like power shifters. Those just as fun. But manual is a lot more fun because you have to stick.
Yeah.
Actually feel the car, have control of the car. But that's just like a smack in the face to Toyota because Toyota didn't offer a manual in the Supra. It just had automatic. With the 400Z, it's manual, so everyone's gonna love that, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. It's just you could literally take it because it's. Does it only come in that Nissan, not Nissan green, in that neon green color? Does it only come in that?
No, it probably comes in different colors like black and stuff.
Yeah, but like if you buy a neon green one, you could literally take it to laser tag and it'll be glowing in the dark. Glow in the dark green, people. It's just I'd rather buy a Vantage more than that, and the Vantage is really really ugly. The brand new one, it's disgusting. Ferrari F8 Tributo / Spider, so it's both the Tributo and the Spider.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like spiders more than, or no, sorry, the other way around. I like the coupes more than spiders, for some reason. But this is the other way around. The F8 Spider is really, really good looking.
Yeah, some cars can pull off the Spider. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I seen one in real life. It was all red. Both doors open. No, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen Doug's review. Doug DeMuro's review on it, and he went crazy. He floors like, "Whoa!" So it's a Ferrari.
Yeah, like my mom was driving her car past, and then there was I think it was like a 488 in like that dark gray color that I showed you of the Spider. Of the Spider one, it was in like a dark gray 488. Oh my god, it was so good looking. It was really, really good. Ferrari Roma.
Yes. I don't like the girl. I don't know. It looks like they punctured some holes in the middle of the front end, and it just kind of like isn't it supposed to be like a touring car?
Like acupuncture?
Like the McLaren GT. I think it's supposed to be like a touring car in a sense. Ferrari's been pumping a lot of cars this year. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. I like the styling a lot of the Roma. It's just the engine isn't Ferrari,
It's
when you think of Ferrari, you think of like their racing heritage and their engines and the noise, the loud,
and the supercar and the naturally aspirated V8 of the what's it called, a 458. And then you have the Lusa, which is a 2-door weird looking hatchback.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Like I've never heard Ferrari made a hatchback.
Especially because
they make an SUV though, but it's really really ugly. The Roma comes with I think it's like less than 4 liters. I think it's like 3.9 or something like that. It's twin turbo V8, and it's not Ferrari. Like I don't see Ferraris use twin turbos. Like I don't really see Ferraris having twin turbos. Okay, on to the ugliest car of the planet, the Mustang Mach-E.
This thing. They ruined the Mustang. How are you gonna make an SUV and then just like make it electric and call it a Mustang?
Yeah, like how do you make it out of a muscle car? I mean,
like if you're gonna make a SUV, at least have a V8 in it. Have a Mustang V8, not no electric. Mustangs aren't electric. I mean, it's Formula E electric Mustang. That's different. Like or Formula Drift, Mustang electric and SUV. What? Like all the soccer moms gonna be driving it saying, "Look at my Mustang! I have all this horsepower, and it's also electric, so I'm special." I don't see it.
But with electric cars, you get a lot of torque. Like I've been in a Tesla before, and oh boy, does that launch control go? My opinion on the Mach-E is it's eh. The styling, they could have worked on it. The engine, they could have definitely worked on it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't work on it because it's electric.
You know what I am comparing this to though? When Mitsubishi turned their like 4-door, sedan, the rally car into a SUV. That's when like Mitsubishi basically died. So I'm comparing that to now with the Mustang.
And Creeper, I'm sure you can agree with me on this. Like the how Ford basically ruined the Mach-E. It's the same thing how they ruined the Ford GT. Why would you put a V6 in the GT? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the original GT had a 5.4 liter, I think. supercharged V8, and that was Gen 1. The Gen 2, which looks so much better than the Gen 1. The Gen 2 looks a lot better, like the 2017 model. They ruined the engine. It's like, I don't know what it is, like 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. It's just garbage.
I mean,
buy Gen 1, buy a Gen 2, take the Gen 1 engine, put it in the Gen 2 car.
Straight pipe. And maybe straight pipe it and see how the V6 sounds.
Yeah, it's basically 2 inline threes.
Second to last, but not last, Lamborghini Huracan EVO. I mean, it's Huracan, but Huracan. EVO is Performante, but no wing, and I mean, it's nothing different. It's a 1 second slower than the Performante.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. Well, what's the point of having the EVO again? It's just a Performante, just not.
I think it's like a more like high performance, higher horsepower version of the Huracan when they have the exact same engine.
It's for touring.
Same standard 5.2 liter V10. You get in all Huracans, all Gallardos.
Yeah. I've seen. I went to the dealership, Lamborghini dealership, like a week ago. Saw a couple of them. They're nice. It's just like, why are you buying this over the Performante again? That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
There's another reason why too. I mean, I heard there's a better engineering in it, but it's like, okay.
I prefer the Aventador SV over the Huracan. I take it any day of the week.
Aventador is one heck of a thing. I mean, the Huracan probably like more daily drivable because it's not a V12, it's a V10.
Yeah, it has 2 less cylinders. Yeah,
it's smaller in a sense. Lamborghini, they had like actual like have the back wheels turn because that's how like wide the car is and how like the turning circle and stuff. But I picked the Aventador because like if I get the Huracan, it's like I have a Lamborghini, but then it's like I want the doors to go up and stuff, making fancy and stuff. That's what I think.
Scissor doors, you know.
Yeah.
Like I really want the scissor doors, you know. And the last but not least, the Cadillac Escalade. What do you think?
This is nice, but the gas guzzler. I looked it up. This was pathetic. I'm telling you, it was like it gets 14 miles to the gallon. That is pathetic. It's supposed to be a family SUV and gets 14 miles to the gallon. It's just that big V8. It's just dragging it all down.
Yeah, it gets worse than that. There's a car that's worse than that.
What car?
A 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago. 3 miles. No, I think it was like 6 miles highway and then 5 miles city, or the other way around. I forgot.
Yep.
Tavares proved that. Freddie Tavares Hernandez proved that.
I'm looking up right now. As you can see right here. Oh, you guys can't see, it's too bright. But yeah. Up to 14 miles to the gallon for city. 23 highway. 14. That is terrible. But it's nice. I mean, Cadillac. You see Cadillac in the movies where the president is driving driving the Cadillac, all black and blacked out windows and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's good. I mean, is Cadillac really reliable in a sense? No,
the two-door Caddies, coupe.
America.
Oh my God, those things. Oh, personally, I would no. Escalade, just no. Wait, is the Escalade the one with those like straight up taillights where it's just like red all the way on the sides?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad hates those. Every time we're on the road, he sees those, he's like, stupid Escalades. I would take the Lincoln Navigator over this. Like, okay, yes, the Navigator is bigger, but like, it looks so cool.
It's luxurious. It looks like the cheap Wagonieer. It has like the same style.
You can take a Navigator and you can take it to Hennessy to mod it, you know?
Yeah. So that is it for our little podcast here of cars. If you like what we talk about and stuff, and like this little channel that's like coming together and stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like and subscribe. Check our channels out: Angus, Malcolm, Mira, and CreeperReeper, and some other another channel called Waffle. That's my second channel, like Minecraft thing. So that's it for this kind of podcast, and we'll see you on another podcast. Goodbye.